Hello everyone, I am back to share more layouts. These are my October 2023 layouts that I have gotten done in the past year, probably. Been scrapbooking a lot, just haven't made many videos. So I'm jumping back in. If you watched my last video, I'm jumping back in with some layout shares. And then I'm going to be doing a series of making a large page kit, within that page kit making some smaller page kits, and then showing what I've made with those page kits at the end of the month. So, but for today, we're just going to do a layout share of my October 2023 layouts. So starting out, I don't think I explained in my last one, but for every month, I take some photos that don't really have anything to do with anything. They're just one-off photos. And I make a monthly opener page. And that's just what I title with that month's date. And then the rest of them, I don't often put dates on them. If I know they're in October 2023, that's good enough for me, unless it's something important like a wedding or something like that. So just some little pictures, just random, that don't really have an explanation or need one. But how perfect is this saying that I found somewhere? Yes, that is me. So again, I'm using True Story here with Pinkfresh. Pinkfresh is background paper. So I must have just made a kit that was a little bit mixed with different collections. I know this is Pinkfresh. Our good friends were moving away, so we had them over for dinner. My name on that one. Probably should have done that, but that's okay. You guys are all kind, right? Cat. Spoiled cat. This was so sad. Right after my daughter had given her outside cat a special blanket, and she was outside cuddling him, and then like 10 or 15 minutes later we looked outside and he was having a seizure, and he actually passed within just a few minutes. It was horrible. And then right after that, we went to the nursing home to see my father-in-law, who is also not doing well. So it was a sad night, and we just needed a cuddle. So this page has so many flowers, but I kind of love it. Totally different feel to this one, a chocolate walk that our town has. My husband speaking again at a conference. Everything goes in one album for me, unless it's a giant trip. I just got done with an Africa trip from November 2023. So I might show that as well. That's actually going to be probably 4 albums because I just wanted all the pictures. So if it's a big trip, it gets its own album. Everything else gets put in one album. My adorable mom, I had given her, she likes to see what I give trick-or-treaters, and so we had made up our trick-or-treat bags, and it had these pumpkin glasses in it, and so she just thought those were adorable. Those will show up again later. She's the best. Making some Halloween treats with my youngest daughter. There's my mom showing up to an eye doctor appointment in those pumpkin glasses. So adorable. I love her so much. And then she wanted me to wear the glasses for some of the pictures. I had a lot of pictures of this day. So I just did some flip-flops and did them outside the page protector. She wore these glasses in the store the entire time. She's so cute. Our son and daughter coming back from a trip to Italy, and some of the things they brought home for us. I like to put in some current events as well. Caleb talking, and this was our son who had come home from college, and he was talking about buying his own house. It was a big deal. And that's the house. I should probably look through these first, so I'm not giving out information. That's okay. This is the house. And they left most of the furniture and things for him, which was awesome. And this is a picture of us. We like to buy beef from our old neighbor, so we are picking up our beef there. I love this paper. Can't remember what this came from. Is it Obed Marshall paper, maybe? This will come back into play in next month's layout share. My husband was so excited. He had just started getting his garage organized, putting things where he wanted them and making it nice instead of yucky. So that was October, well, right before the middle of October. This is my mom. She has a candy corner in her cabinet for the grandkids. And we were filling up her jars. They needed filled up. More of the father-in-law. This is our oldest son and his beautiful wife. We went to our lake house, and I was working on some layouts there. In this episode of Caleb Cooking, he was making pulled pork barbecue. Okay, I'm going to move this pile so we don't have a craft lunch. All right, some fall photos. When my father-in-law came home with hospice. Picture of me and a friend. Oops, sorry about that. Coloring contest with my adorable mom, my niece, and my daughter, and our son was the judge. Pretty sure my mom won, which she loved, as you could tell. My sister and I were trying to fix a garbage disposal, which was a comedy of errors, but we actually did get it fixed. Here's a cute little card. I just include things like this in my album. I punched a hole with a hole punch just to get that in and out easier. My sister lives in Canada, so when she comes home, we spend a lot of time at my mom's house visiting her, doing Operation Christmas Child boxes. Here are the ties of the month. And it's getting ready for Halloween. So my daughter at college dressed up as this monster from Monsters, Inc. And at my husband's work, they had a hippies theme. This was my other daughter and her boyfriend's costume. So cute. He was the doctor, she was the Operation Game. And then this is actually what they used on the game right here. So I just put that in as ephemera. Thought that turned out kind of cute. And then here we are getting ready to leave on a trip for Africa. It was a 2-week trip, and we couldn't take our pounds, were limited because we were going to go on some small planes. So we packed 2 weeks of luggage in this. We each had one of these suitcases. So we were pretty proud of that. But we hadn't even started packing, and it says we leave in 2 days. So, and then October 31st was a sad day. We got a call that it was close to time for my father-in-law's passing. And while we were there, we actually got a call from my son saying that our house was on fire. So those layouts will be in the next video. Thanks for joining me.